Hi everyone, I'm Susan with Pigtail Quilting and Stitching. Welcome to my channel. On this video, I'm going to show and demonstrate the square in the square quilt, the no-cut block that I kind of talked about last time and showed my quilts, but this time I'm going to show you how I presented it to my quilt guild. And so I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to show you my setup for my stitching retreat that happened, and it was so much fun. So I'm going to show you what I had my setup and what I worked on. And then I think you might just see a little bit of my sewing setup here in my dining room. I've set it up a couple of different times. One site, now that I have it at the winter's over, I kind of moved it over so we can use that door. So I kind of toned it down a little bit, but I'm still sewing up here and enjoying it a lot. So let's get started. So I'm getting ready to do my presentation on the square in a square no-cut block that I am going to do for the Quilt Guild. And last video I showed a quilt that I had made, and I've been asked to do a tutorial also kind of to show how to make them. So they're made like with a layer cake, 10-inch layer cake, and a 5-inch charm pack. And I showed this quilt over here, and I did make these with a coordinating charm pack and layer cake. So I'm going to be doing this tonight for our Quilt Guild meeting. So I'm going to want to share with you the setup of how I'm going to do this and kind of walk you through what I'm going to be doing tonight. I don't have my sewing machine set up on this table yet, but I will put it up because I'm going to make a block as I explain. So I just kind of want to show you what I have, and I have cut 10-inch squares and 5-inch squares from 2 fabrics, and then I have some little handouts of instructions that I kind of wrote out, very simple. And then I have some drawings too, because we always have drawings, so I volunteered to do the drawings tonight also. So I just kind of want to walk you through here and kind of show you. So I also cut some fat quarters of some of the 3 different fabrics and a little tape measure. Put them in this little bag, and then also a little one of my keychains, my Pigtail Quilting keychains. So those will be the drawings that everybody will get at the door. They'll get a ticket. So I'll be pressing, and then after I'm done giving the demonstration, I will, if anyone, they each can take a block to take home and make, or they can make one with my sewing machine too, if we have time. So here I'm going to kind of simply explain how this is done, and then show you everything I have for tonight for what I'm doing. So as I said, I've cut 10-inch squares and 5-inch squares, and you press them in half, and then you press them in half again, so they're actually a quarter. And then you come out like this, so you have the 10-inch square that's folded in half with the crease, and the 5-inch square, and you place them right sides up, and you place the 5-inch square on top of the 10-inch square and line them up on the fold lines. And then you take and you fold up the one side to meet the center line and pin, and then you take the other side and fold up on the center line again. Then you take them over to your sewing machine and you sew a 1/4 inch line all the way down each side and do it on the opposite side. And then you take it and press this, set your seams, and then press out. So your block looks like this. So it's sewed here and here where you fold it up. So after you do that, then you're going to have to take it and turn it the other way. Put up my other board, second part. So then after you sew that side, then you would fold and pin the other side just like this. And then take it, this is where you sewed the first one, then you take it to your sewing machine and sew 1/4 inch here and 1/4 inch here. And then you want to take it and press it, set your seams, and then open it up, and you have a block that looks like this. And on the back, you can see that they're all kind of like a finished seam. So that is your no-sew block. No cut block. So you can kind of see how that is done. There's one in the reverse colors that I have. And it's finished also. So I think it's kind of fun to work on. And I thought this quilt would make even a cute 2-color quilt, kind of more modern. And you could sash it also if you just made the 1-color block and use the blue to sash or whatever. But that is going to be how I explain this tonight. I'm going to have my sewing machine so we can also make that. But that's pretty much how you make it. I do have these instructions that I wrote out very simply. Just very simply, but I thought if I'm demonstrating it, it kind of gives it a little bit more example. This is kind of the fold lines to fold it, and then to fold it and sew. Not the greatest instructions, but I hope it clarifies it when I'm actually doing it. So I have my pressing mat, my little iron, some of my little sewing utensils. I got my machine all ready to go, but it's all packed. So I'll kind of got my little spray starch, that Best Press in here, and that works really well. And then I'm going to take and show you some of the other quilts that I've started with this. So here's another layer cake and 5-inch square that I've been working on. It's Lori Holt's cookbook fabric. I had it. So I thought, wouldn't that be kind of make a cute little quilt? And I just am getting, I've got my back, but I ordered some border fabric because I decided I was going to put a border on it, and I will show you once I get that border fabric. But it's one of the prints in here. And then I also had a layer cake and a charm pack of this Christmas fabric that I have made other quilts out of. And so I thought, wouldn't that be kind of cute? And then I'm in the process, I got all my blocks made of this one, but I'm in the process of putting it together, and I will kind of show that once I get that together, along with this other layer cake that I'm waiting for the border. And I've got enough to make actually a small little quilt for this one too. But I'll be showing you that on the progress as I go. And I just think this layer cake looks really cute with the cookbook in here, because I got all my bowls in here for spring and summer. So I just thought that was fun. And these are really fun to look at. I'm gonna take these tonight to kind of show what you can do. And I just had bought some sashing that goes kind of with this grouping. And this one I just kind of found. And I think that'll be kind of fun. So then I'm gonna take you in my dining room and show you the setup that I've been sewing all winter. Got it kind of, and now it's kind of it's worked out really great. I've been sewing a lot and cleaning downstairs in my sewing room. So I have my tomato pincushion on here, and I have it just set up, so I'll kind of walk you around. So I have my TV here that I moved. I have my cutting mat. Move some of my things up here. So I kind of want to make it kind of still cute while I'm working. I still have my little pressing table beside, and I have my bigger ironing board up here too, so everything's pretty much at my fingertips. So, and this is the cookbook. I have had this for a while. I've had the cookbook, Fat Quarters and stuff, but I had extra layer cake, so that's what I decided to do with it. So I'll walk around here. You see it from this angle. I'm going to take my other machine, my little white machine that I already have packed and ready to go. So you can kind of see how I have it. I could still have everything there. And I put my drying rack up so I could put my blocks of quilts that I'm working on, and they're all pressed. And this is what I've been working on. It was a kit, and just getting ready to sew the sections together. So I'll be showing that in the near future too. It only has a little white border, but it has a back that's also pieced, and I'll kind of show that too. I even have my little footstool up here, so when I just want to hand sew, I can hand sew and watch TV there also. But I'll get closer and show you those. Here, this little table like I showed that was in my stitching room, I moved down here, and I can kind of put some of my sewing things in, and I just kind of like it here. Kind of goes in here, and then over here I just have my extra chair from my dining room here, and you can kind of see this this block behind here. This is the quilt kit that we're working on. So a friend of mine. So I've got the blocks, and they were really quite fun to make, and the flowers, which I got to turn those around. But I will sew this together and then lay it out and show it to you. So it's been really fun to make too. But I have kind of my, and this is another kind of a coordinating quilt, the same fabrics that I'm going to make, because I'm going to hang this when finished this summer behind the wall where I have my hung quilt for my tomato pincushion, and then make this coordinating smaller one for my table. That's my plan for this summer. So I have this quilt kind of out here. Brought up some of my little carts to have my hand sewing supplies in, and my other things that I'm working on. So hopefully this quilt behind me that I'm making will go up here later in the summer. Still have my ironing board. So my Pyrex bowls, which the cookbook and the cookbook fabric from Laura Hill really goes cute with the bowls, so I really like that. So it's fun working on that fabric. So I'll just kind of take you around here a little bit. I've got a lot set up here, but this afternoon this will be all packed up in my car. So I just have some of my little Easter things out. And I've been still working on my little pigs too. I did make a little bit bigger one. That was kind of fun. My bunnies out. So some more of my bowls. And these little tablecloths, I always like to make them. It's kind of nice because I can use them another, and it's just this kind of like heavy, oh, I don't know, like you can get at Joann's or Hobby Lobby, but it's like outdoor fabric or kind of more duck cloth that I've made. And I just taken pink the selvages off, and then just buy enough for a 6-foot table. And I can kind of use them for other things too. So there, hope this, and then these design boards, I did, Lori Holt has made these. I made these, and she gave a great tutorial in one of her earlier videos, and these are just the size of a poster board, and I just made them so I can use them on my presentation, and then later I can use them for my blocks also. So I'm getting ready tonight to get this set up. So I just kind of set up my table. So I'm just going to give you a really quick run through it. I have a few more things to do. I have little prizes, my sewing machine set up, the blocks, ironing little station. We're just before a board meeting, so then I'm going to start setting up some chairs. So got everything pretty much ready. Gonna walk you through here. Turned out to be a really nice day today, so a little windy, but boards here, and then I have some of my examples and my handouts and our raffle tickets ready to go. There'll be more of those when someone hands them out. So I'll just give you a quick run through. This is for the square and the square block that you do not cut. So there we go. Got everything all ready to go. It's the morning of my retreat, so I'm just going to show you, before I pack it all up and put it in the car, how I'm going to set up when I get there. So in the previous video I kind of showed what I was going to be working on. I'm going to be making another grandmother's flower garden quilt, so I'm going to be working on my flowers. So I did do one up, so I've got one completed and on my background. And I have cut my flowers out, so I have several already cut out. I can always cut more. There's one I just put together on my little design board, so I'll be working on that first thing. But I have my light. I like working on these felt mats. I put a little gripper underneath them, and they're kind of like stay really, let me show you. Stay secure on the table. I have my cute little pin cushion a friend of mine made for me, and then this is our instructor's gift that she did. Her husband made those. I think I've showed those before with the little pottery thread bowl. And I just have a little mat, because then when I glue down my little flowers, I'll need that also. My needles and my threads, and then on the side when I need to press after I'm done, and press the little edges down so I can begin to applique, I have my ironing, another ironing pad with a little thing underneath it too. And then I have a cup that I'm going to take, a little quilting cup, and my coffee. So then I have this cute little bag, and I got this at Target, and I saw them, they came up on sale, and I thought it was kind of cute. I think it's for children, but it was, anyway, I thought it'd be a great little bag to take all your sewing supplies in. And so I have it all packed, but I'll kind of show you some of the supplies I have in there and the organization, because it really does hold a lot. And they had it at Target a couple weeks ago for $19. I thought pretty cute, and I love the yellow trim. So then again, I'll be taking that, and then I'm also going to be bringing this for the rest of my things, because like my mats and everything. So I'll just kind of put my mats in there, in my ironing case, and be taking that as well. So I will kind of show you a little bit what I have in here. Oh, in the mat, this is by Cat and Jack. So in this container here, I have my stamp, and then I also have my stamp pad and my stamp, and I have it kind of protected between a couple of little thick board, and so I don't get ink on anything, and then it also kind of keeps it protected. So I have that if I need to do more. I have my backgrounds cut, not all of them, but them. But then I also found these nice little containers that fit really neatly in this bag, and they had little containers in them, so that'd be perfect for my threads, my clips, and these are my pre-cut ones. I've got them already pre-cut, ready to go, so that I could just sit and sew. And if I can always, I brought my other fabric, so I can always cut more and stamp more, because I'm using the jelly rolls. And here's another one, and these just stack on top. So I have all of those ready too. And so all my things fit in here. I have another cute little computer bag that I have that I really like. And then I took and made a bottom for this bag, and I'll get it out and show it to you. And I wanted to show you what I did to kind of make the bottom a little bit more harder, like to have a firm bottom. So I cut some cardboard and come about of a box, about 3 of them, I think, or 2, I think 2. And then I wrapped them in some batting that I had left over, and not very much, but just, you know, just kind of did it like that. And then I can take and put this in the bottom of this bag. Kind of hard when I'm holding this and trying to put it in, but I can put it in here, and it fits. I measured it, and it fits pretty good. I have a big rotary cutter that I saved for just using for paper and cardboard, or you know, things like that. So that worked pretty good. So I have all my things to put in there, and then there's my background. But then these other containers go. And I also got those at Target, and these 2 came 2 to a set, so they were just perfect for this bag. And so I have, you know, my extra strips, so I can stamp. I have my stamp, and then when I stamp and I lay I have 2 things that I use these boards for too. And when I lay a strip out, because I don't want to get anything on the table or where I'm working, I have cut some of these design boards that I have for my fabric. I've cut them in half so I can lay a strip. I should be showing you why I'm doing this. It's kind of hard to hold this and do it. But I lay a strip on here, and then I can stamp it, and then make sure I don't get anything on a table. And that's worked really good for me. And then I've got those ready to go in case I have to do that there. And then also I just took a full big one, because when I'm taking, and I've showed this before when I done this, I'm taking one of my backgrounds and I'll press that, crease it and iron it, and crease it and iron it in half so I know where my center is. And I want to put my flower on and center it on my background. And after I've turned all these under, and there's a little 1/4 inch mark to do that, you take your glue, your little tiny type of glue, you pin it, and then you just kind of dot, put a little tiny dot just around the, maybe a couple edges, 4 times or maybe 6 times. And then along with your pins, it makes it really easy to applicate it. And so this glue, I just really like. It comes out just really, really tiny. But especially it's called Roxanne's, I believe, yeah, Glue Based It, and it's just a dot, and so it just has worked great. And my sister had found that and showed how to do all that. So that's kind of what I'm going to put all back in the bag. Got my needles in there. I'll go back over here. Got my needles in the case there, and everything there. But also I want to show you these. My sister had showed me these, and she has some for her projects, and she's put little applique wool on there, or she's put some really cute yo-yos, and I'm planning on doing that too, but I was going to take this one with me. So here's the quilt I'm going to be taking for my show and tell also, because this is the pattern that I'm actually making today. So we kind of all bring things that we've made and stuff. It's stitching, and so I'm just going to be bringing this along with me. So it's at least we don't have any snow, and it kind of is getting a little like spring, but it'll be kind of nice. So I have everything packed up and in the car. So I'll be going, and I will be hopefully having a lot of flowers, like Grandmother's Flowers Garden flowers made, but I know I'll have a good time seeing all my stitching friends, and it's always such a really fun 3 days. So thank you for watching this video and for subscribing to my channel, and for all of your kind comments and your great feedback.